Under the cover of darkness, the Madleen arrives in Israel. Almost 18 hours after the ship was intercepted off the coast of Egypt. Israel mockingly calls it the selfie yacht, but it was Israeli authorities choreographing a photo shoot of the crew detained in Israel and awaiting deportation.
We're basically talking about people who were sailing in the international waters, and then Israel basically captured them and abducted them into Israel.
The crew's lawyers argue the ship should never have been intercepted and those on board shouldn't have been brought to Israel.
Israel is using a legal framework that doesn't apply to this situation.
A former senior Israel Defense Forces lawyer says the blockade by sea has been in place since 2009 and has been backed by one UN inquiry, dismissing a second human rights probe which ruled it was unlawful.
Once a naval blockade has been imposed, there is a right, even an obligation to enforce it. Usually an enforcement of a naval blockade would take place on international water, on the high seas.
In Paris, thousands protested Israel's interception of the Madleen. Half of its 12 crew are French citizens, and the country's president says France would ensure the safety of its nationals.
France is calling for a ceasefire as soon as possible and for the lifting of the humanitarian blockade. That's what's scandalous, what's unacceptable in Gaza, and what, since the beginning of March, is shameful. Shameful.
While it's not entirely surprising the Madleen was blocked from reaching Gaza, the saga has once again highlighted the strict controls Israel imposes on the Strip. Restrictions which humanitarians argue is fueling a crisis in Gaza, a situation getting worse by the day. In the last few hours, reports have emerged of more Palestinians being shot dead, desperately trying to access aid. Israel says it's investigating. Matthew Doran, ABC News, Jerusalem.